Hey guys, welcome back to another What's for Dinner video. I'm Kenna. I don't know if I've actually ever said that before and introduced myself, but my name is Kenna, and tonight we're gonna make red beans and rice. This is a simple, delicious, healthy recipe. I found it online years ago. I will definitely share that in the description box with you guys below. And I've kind of adapted this recipe to my taste, my husband's taste, to what we like. So you'll see probably slight differences if you go check out the recipe. But I'm super excited to share this with you. It's so good, and I think you're gonna really like it if you give it a try. So right now I'm just cooking, as you can see, the pepper and onion that the recipe calls for. I don't use any celery, so I just use a whole bell pepper instead of half of one. And I'm just cooking that in some water over kind of medium, low to medium heat for a few minutes, letting it get soft. And it smells really good. So this is what I'm using for my bean mixture. It's 2 cans of dark red kidney beans and then a can of red beans. I'm only using the can of red beans because I didn't have another can of the dark red kidney beans. But you can do what works for you. So what you want to do is you want to take a food processor and kind of puree your beans so that they're like kind of mushy but still have some bean form. So you'll take 1.5 cans with a half a can of the fire roasted tomatoes and kind of mix them all together, and you'll get this consistency. Once you have this texture, you'll rinse the remaining amount of beans really well, and then you'll add in all of that into the mixture we have going on here. Since we last talked, I added garlic into this pot. So I just use my garlic press. It calls for chopping garlic, but I'm not going to do that because I'm pretty lazy. So I just use a garlic press. So this is what it looks like after I've added in the puree mixture and the bean, like whole bean mixture together with the vegetables that we were cooking earlier. And so I'm going to turn up the heat and I'm going to add some spices to it. So here are the spices that I'm going to add. It's a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of paprika. The recipe calls for smoked paprika, but I only have regular, so that's what I'm using. I believe it's 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I will be adding more than that because we really like spicy food. I think it also has measurements for salt and pepper. I'm going to add what I like to taste, and then I'm going to add in our most favorite hot sauce ever. That's great on chili, it's great on this, it's great on lots of stuff. It's chili pepper sauce by Trader Joe's. It's also salt-free, which is great. So right now I'm just adding in the spices, and then I'm gonna let it simmer. Hi, Oscar. That's my cat, Oscar, saying hello to everyone. But the longer you let this sit, the better it's gonna taste, and you know, it's gonna be a lot more flavorful. Let's see, it's looking pretty good. So this is what it's looking like with all the spices, and it's all mixed up. And I'm gonna put a lid on this, and I'm gonna cover it and let it simmer for a while. I'm gonna make some rice to go along with this. And then when it's all done, we'll put it together and I'll show you what it looks like. And you can add toppings to this too if you want. So it's a really good, versatile meal. Usually feeds my husband and myself. It's at least 2 meals between the two of us. So I think it would serve 4 people, no problem. And I'm just gonna cover this now. So just a fair warning, I definitely do omit stuff from this recipe. I don't put liquid smoke in it. I just don't feel like it needs it. I've never done that. If you like liquid smoke and you want it to have like a smoky flavor, then definitely add that to it. I don't know how that's going to affect points. I don't know if liquid smoke has any points. I've never actually cooked with it. My mom has, and I've had it before, and it's good. So I was just putting my spices away in my spice drawer. So yeah, right now it is just gonna simmer, and I'm gonna make some rice. So I'm just making the rice in my little rice cooker that I have, and I add this, This is a organic rice vinegar. I just think that it makes the rice taste a lot more flavorful. My husband and I both really like it, and I just eyeball the amount that I put in. So I'm sure there's probably an appropriate amount, but I don't know what that is. So I just do what I think looks right. So if I had to guess how much rice vinegar I actually put in there, I would guess that it's probably somewhere between 1 to 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar. It's not really that much. It doesn't make the rice taste like vinegar. It really does just enhance the flavor of the rice. And tonight I'm actually making jasmine rice. That's typically what I will make. My husband and I both really like jasmine rice. It's really flavorful. It's really good with dishes like chili and like this, red beans and rice. We will also eat other kinds of rice like brown rice, long grain wild rice, things like that. But most of the time we're gonna make jasmine rice. It's what we have on hand anyways. So I just put this recipe in the iTrack Bites app and did the recipe builder. It came out to be 5 points for 4 servings. That's really good considering that this would be a huge serving. If you do it for 6 servings, it's 3 points, which is great. I went ahead and left it in there as 5 points because I'm probably gonna have a fairly big serving. I have a lot of points left over tonight from the day I ate pretty light. So I will be eating this and a serving of rice, which will make my total points for my dinner tonight 8 points. And I had 13 left, so I still would even have points for a snack. So this is what it's looking like. As you can see, it's simmering. I've been taking the lid off periodically to stir so it doesn't burn on the bottom, but it smells really good. It's been cooking now for about 30 minutes. So this has been cooking now for about 30 minutes, and according to the recipe online, it would be good to go and ready to eat now. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer because my husband's not home from work, so I'm gonna just let it continue to simmer, continue to stir it so it doesn't burn on the bottom, and my rice isn't even done, so yeah. So here's the completed dinner. It's a half a cup of rice, and I believe I put 1.5 cups of the red beans on top. I'm gonna add some cilantro to this. I like to buy this because it's lightly dried. It lasts a lot longer than just buying fresh cilantro. That doesn't add any points. And then I'm gonna add more of this chili pepper sauce, and that's my dinner. So I'm gonna eat this now. So that's it for this What's for Dinner video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will give this a try and see if you like it. If you did like this video, just please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.